This is your brother and friend. Well, this is T.O. Uh, I'm the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Freeman Circle LLC, which is our consulting company. I'm in the city of, I'm in the great city of Chester, Pennsylvania. And I'm a few feet away from a crime scene, from a fresh crime scene. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder here that the police are still here on the scene. Um, yeah. So, at any rate, I'm gonna try to fill you in on the details here as to what, as I understand them, what's going on here. But just trying to give you a view. We're over off of 24th Street in Chester. And as I said, I'm returning to the city. And that's what greets me, is a crime scene. And I was about to post something. Now I'm posting something else extemporaneously on the spot, because this is what's greeting me as I come back into our great city that we love. And I pulled up on the police photographer. I asked him, was it a shooting? Well, you know, he said that it was a shooting. I asked him, was it a fatality? He didn't confirm that anyway. He didn't know. So this is a fresh crime scene. But it made me think about some of the activities that we currently have developing here in the city that are specifically designed to have some impact in terms of the approach to violence here in the city, and particularly as it pertains to black men. And you may have heard this recently from me, but it bears repeating. We ask ourselves ask myself the question: how is it that the violence of black men on other black men is at such an absurd level at this point? And one of the reasons, I think one of the greatest reasons, that probably is an umbrella over which a lot of the other reasons may fall, is that over time, such a very low value has been placed upon the value of a black man's life by society in general, and therefore by extension black men to other black men. What has happened is we've been given a set of glasses and a lens to view ourselves through. I won't call them our enemies, I will say our antagonists. So when black people view themselves through the eyes of those who are adverse rather to their enhancement, to their elevation, to their forward progress, what happens is that black people, looking at themselves through the eyes of their antagonists, hate themselves as a result. I'm talking about the crime scene that has taken place right over my shoulder, which was a shooting. I'm not far from Madison Street, notoriously known as Matty Block. So what's happening is that the violence is out of control, and because of the fact that there is such a low value placed upon the value of a black man's life, the question therefore has to become, how do we increase the value then? And I'm saying to you, and I'm asking you, brothers, that when you see other black men, other brothers, that you greet them, however you choose to greet them. If we continue, if we start and continue with a small step such as that, just acknowledging one another, just trying to increase the value by how you doing, brother? Greetings, brother. That kind of thing. Peace, brother. However you greet, just try and make it a conscious point to greet other black men when you see them. And the idea is that we will increase the value placed upon the lives of other black men. Now, over the summer months, specifically here in the city of Chester, we are about to launch a very profound engagement where we will be front line with the young men in this community by older men seeking to redirect them toward I think it's very potentially a life-changing experience. What am I talking about? For now, what I'm calling it is the Brotherhood Challenge, the Chester Brotherhood Challenge. And what we're going to do is in about 3 weeks, okay, there's a total of 10 weeks before the young sons go back to school in August. Over the next 10 weeks, we will do training with adult men, and then we will have an overnight camping experience, more than one overnight camping experience, probably somewhere between 5 to 7, where we will be directly engaged in sharing very significant lessons with these young sons so that they move from a predatory and self-destructive state of mind into a more constructive and I am because we are type of mindset. We're going to have specialists who's coming in that can assist with redirecting their energy away from the gang mentality and all of that, because what has happened is that the teaching that one line or generation is responsible for the next line or generation has been lost. What I've observed since I've been back in the country is that in some instances, when you ask brothers, how you doing? Just a normal greeting. They say, just trying to stay out the way. I'm just staying out the way. This is a part of the problem that has resulted in an absurd level of violence within the city. Because when I was coming up in the city, there were older brothers that were my big brothers. There were older men in the community as well that were plugged in, that they gave us something, that we couldn't have gotten anywhere else. When I think about some of those men, brothers like Springfield and Freeze, and my coach Sid Russell, Charlie Warren, Bill Saunders, so many brothers that I came in contact with. Bill Dandridge, the artist, that I came in contact with, that maybe kept me from going down the wrong path. I don't know, but I know that they gave me culture. They gave me a way to view the world, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna have to call that person back right now who wants to talk, because I'm talking to you. So I'm just saying to you that what we're seeking to do with the young sons is to plug back some of the brothers who are derelict of duty because they staying out the way. We have to get engaged. We have to become involved at whatever level of our comfort and whatever level of our training. You know, we got a powerful, powerful team coming together. Brothers who are already in the school system that are frontline in areas of discipline and other things like that. We've got master's degree people who are involved in not only manhood training and conflict resolution. Myself, I'm thinking about brother EU, Emmanuel, Dr. EU. I'm thinking about brother Corey Ott in the city, brother Ishmael. I'm thinking about Tahir Lowry. You know, brothers who escape my thinking right now. That we're about to bring a phenomenal program forward that will be able to be used to assist other parts of the world. Now remember, I've got a crime scene which could potentially be a murder right over my shoulder. Police still there while I'm talking to you. I don't know if you can see the flashing lights and so on and so forth, all of that. But we're getting engaged. Oh, some other brothers, the Jones brothers, they're gonna be involved. Tom, Eric, Ike. You know, I just had a conversation with Muhammad today. Yeah, and that's part of the legacy. I mentioned the older brothers that were in the community, but there were also beautiful, beautiful, powerful Queen Mother warrior sisters in the city as well. Sisters like, you know, Queen Mother Tommy Lee Jones, Queen Mother Lucille Payton, Queen Mother Starrin Saunders, people like that, you know, who they also took in people within the community, tried to help them when they could, all of this kind of stuff. We're coming in that spirit in this season, and I'm hoping that you brothers will be inspired to be involved. There's another young sister who's currently a councilwoman who I'm very impressed with and assisting us. Councilwoman, I think her last name is Gibson, Councilwoman Tamika Gibson. I've also spoken with the mayor. I've spoken with Sister Tamika, who we expect will be able to assist us with the permits that we'll need, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring the tents out overnight, and we're going to be all night with these young sons, giving them, tying them in with apprentice programs that we have, tying them in with challenges, hoping to inspire critical thinking at another level, causing them to understand the difference between a job and a career, and putting them on a path so that they can develop a profession and a career.
Head north on Madison Street toward Meade Street.
Causing them to understand the difference between income and wealth. Black people in America control less than 2% of the wealth in the United States. Do you know that Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us that after slavery, guess how much wealth black people in the United States control? Less than 2%. It hasn't changed. Wealth accrues as a result of the interest that it is initiated upon it. You don't have to go to work every day. See, this is the difference between wealth and income. Income, you got to show up and punch that clock. And if you don't show up, your salary, your income does not go up if you don't show up. But wealth, it continues to go up as long as you allow it to accrue and appreciate. These are some of the things that we want to expose the young sons to so that they can understand the game. Chuck D said, out of Public Enemy, he said, in a game, you're a fool without the rules. So we bringing in top-notch brothers with powerful wisdom, such as one of my mentors and big brothers, Joe Kane. You know, we're going to teach our young sons how to properly engage with law enforcement. We're going to cause them to understand that we need them to become law enforcement, because Chester is currently under an outside occupation of foreign invaders who don't live in the city. And I know people don't want to hear that. I used to probably think that way, that who wants to go in law enforcement and be the I don't know, be the pig or be the whatever they want to call them, the narc or all of that. You missing the boat. You missing the boat, brother. We got these cowboys, these unmelanated cowboys riding into the city, who basically, based upon their racial demographic and their feelings about black people, are given a badge and able to carry out justice based upon however they choose to act upon it. We need brothers and sisters who look like us wearing that badge to protect us. You see what I'm saying? We ain't look at it like that when we was coming up. Who wanted to be a cop? We need these young sons to go and be cops. I had an encounter with the police maybe a month and a half ago. Made a wrong turn. These guys swooped down on my car like I shot somebody, grabbing at my door. Get out the car, get out the car. You know what they were trying to do? They were trying to provoke a response from me so that they could inflict harm upon me. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I told them? I said, hey, calm down. You calm down first of all. They got these little tricks and traps that they set into motion. Just so happened that the guy who was off his square was a police captain. So I can only imagine how the people who were under him would respond. I'm not going to make this long. I'm going to cut this off. It's about 18 minutes so far. I ain't going to go over 20. Tricks and traps that they know to try and provoke a response from you if you don't understand how to conduct yourself and how to properly have a successful engagement with law enforcement so that you get to go home. We're going to teach these young sons about this. You understand me? We're going to give them what they need. Okay? Cause them to understand that athletics is not the only field of endeavor where we should be competing. We should be as competitive in the classroom as we are on the basketball court and the football field or the baseball diamond. Ain't nobody broke it down the way we gonna break it down to these brothers. So, we are not here to play, dream, or drift. We have hard work to do and loads to lift. Shun not the struggle, for it is God's gift. Fear not. Be strong. Take charge. We're going to teach our young sons to take charge. Because, again, we are not here to play, dream, or drift. We have hard work to do and loads to lift. Shun not the struggle, for it is God's gift. Fear not. Be strong. Take charge, brothers. That's what we're here to do. Because we the willing, formerly led by the unknowing, have been doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We now qualified to do anything with nothing. Brothers, I'm going to be in touch. I'm going to be calling y'all over the next 2 weeks. We need resources to get these tents, to get these cots, to get these refreshments, to get everything that we need to put together the logistics for these programs, to put some love on this situation for our young sons. I guarantee you, we can have positive impact upon the violence in this city. Trust and believe what your brother and friend T.O. is telling you. Love you much. I'll be in touch. I'm out. Once I figure out how to end this